Hello everyone, I'm Ablash Batu from Hyderabad, India, and I'm going to talk about WaterSentinel, India's citizen-powered water quality intelligence. I'm submitting this project as part of Kaggle competition for 2026. Now, before going deep into the web app, let's talk about the project setup. So this is my project setup. So you can see I have agents built in. I also have MCP servers, and this is my WaterSentinel web app. You can also see tests, system prompts, technical design documents. You can also find all this information in my GitHub repository. Towards the right hand side, I have the backend server running. I also have the front end server running. Now let's go to the web app. Let's click refresh. Okay, we are all set. Now let's talk about the problem statement. 600 million Indians depend on groundwater with no way to know whether it's safe. In Indore and Kanpur, sewage contamination incidents weren't failures of chemistry, they were failures of detection speed. So most of the people might know who are from India that 15 to 25 people died because of consumption of contaminated water. The water was contaminated due to a leakage from sewage water, which flowed into the pipes, and almost hundreds of people got contaminated. I observed a similar issue at my mother-in-law's home in Kanpur, where due to severe pipeline work, most of the pipelines were dug, and somewhere the municipal pipelines got contaminated with sewage water, and I could literally see black water and particles and bad smell. But people around the neighborhood had no clue. They were bathing. Some of them were drinking. They were not able to understand what's going on by talking to community people, and they had no idea how we can escalate it to authorities. That's how Water Sentinel was born. Now coming back, individual household noticed symptoms for days before anyone connected the pattern. Even a single pin code is too coarse. The same pin code can have one colony which is getting clean water from the municipal pipeline, and another colony which is receiving contaminated water because of some water issues from the same municipal pipeline. Now let's talk about why we need agents. A single AI call can't reliably hold source type, context, BIS and WHO standards, community history, and civic escalation logic all at once. Water Sentinel uses 5 ADK agents, each responsible for one job: classify, diagnose, detect community patterns, take civic action, coordinate through shared session state. Each agent's output becomes the next agent's verified input. Now, if you see below, we are building on authoritative standards which are approved by the government of India. This is our mission and scaling. Now, before proceeding any further, let's look at the architecture diagram. So we have built a React Native app, which is calling the FastAPI server. We have 5 agents. Agent 0 is our orchestrator, which coordinates between agent 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have 2 MCP servers, MCP server 1 and 2. And we also have a RAG knowledge base. Water profiler talks to this RAG knowledge base. That's a high-level overview of our architecture. Now, let's go back to our web app. Now let's begin with the demo. I'll first click on the map page. So on the map page, you get a very nice summary about community level intelligence. I'm going to select Hyderabad. So Hyderabad has 17 areas, 19 are marked critical, 114 reports. I will select the water source. Let's choose municipal pipe. So you see a lot of green, red, orange. So we have the water quality scoring here, and we give a benchmark score of 100 if it's all good. And based on the symptoms, we reduce them. If I scroll further, guys, this is all test data. This has nothing to do with the real data. It's not live. It is for demonstrative purposes only. We are showcasing where we are able to achieve to highlight red zones, green zones, and amber zones based on the water quality contamination. Given below here is our wow moment. So for Kondapur area, so it's just an area, but we provide colony level intelligence. So we have 5 colonies built in. Every colony is facing different kind of issues, everything populated. If you click on it, you will get a score. Might is 0 because it's having fecal coliform, absolutely not consumable, fit for use in any form. If you come down, you will see multiple other cities. So for Lingampally, if I click, I get 84 as a result. So it's good for consumption. If I come back to homepage now our app supports multilingual support. So you can click Hindi to see Hindi. You can click Telugu for local native users of Andhra and Telangana. I'm going to click English. Now let's do a water analysis and get some reporting and also file a complaint. I'm going to analyze my water, health risk detection. So I'm not facing any issues. I'll proceed further. I have municipality pipeline. I have salty, bitter taste. Excel for smell. Yeah, sometimes I feel water is difficult to swallow. Okay, so describe by voice function is working. We also have a location capture. We can use GPS location of the user, which is purely helping us to build community intelligence map and nothing to do with user profiling. We discard this data immediately once we process the community intelligence map. So we also have auto completion enabled here. I'm going to put a pin code. I'm going to select an area. I'm going to select a colony name. I'm going to continue to deep AI agent analysis. Now my agents are working. Orchestrator has kicked in. Source senses classifying water source and symptoms. It's complete. Now water profiler is looking into our RAG knowledge database and cross-verifying the data that has been captured. Now we are diagnosing contaminants, calculating the WQS score. Yay. Community mapper is checking cluster data for your pin code. So you looked at all the cool red dots on the page. This is what it is built through. Finally, we have action forge, generating advisory and complaint draft for municipality. Almost done. It's finished. Let's click on view my results. It's 42. It's marking as caution. It's not fit for drinking because we have some issues. So X smell detected, safe to bath. This is our detection metrics. Now regarding our voice analysis, this is our parameters that were captured. 4 other household in Kondapur reported similar water concerns. So this is our community alert. This is our immediate action points. Long-term solution. Escalation protocol is we can submit the complaints to our housing board, municipal corporations. So the letter is available. You can do a copy paste as well, submit it personally. We also provide some recommendations for safer water alternatives. And finally, we also provide rating for our agent. So we have a continuous feedback loop, and then we can go to our map. So that's basically it. Water Sentinel for the citizens by the citizens. Thank you.